In the murky underworld of motorcycle gangs, few names evoke as much fear and intrigue as that of Dayne Brajkovich. Once a formidable figure within the notorious Hells Angels, Brajkovich's reign of terror left a trail of violence and chaos in its wake. But what happens when the tables turn and the hunter becomes the hunted? How did Dayne Brajkovich go from being a member of the infamous Hells Angels to becoming the target of a violent attack? What were the events leading up to the confrontation that left Brajkovich in such peril, and who was behind the assault? Well, join us as we uncover the shocking events surrounding the most dangerous encounter involving Dayne Brajkovich, and witness firsthand how the WA police stepped in to take decisive action. In December 2023, chaos erupted at a Ministry of Sound concert in Perth, Australia. Dayne Brajkovich, a former Hells Angels Sergeant-at-Arms, found himself at the center of a violent incident during a concert at Kings Park and Botanic Gardens in Perth. This time, however, he was on the receiving end of the violence. The chaotic clash unfolded around 9:50 p.m. as concertgoers were leaving the venue. But first, let's rewind a bit and delve into the intriguing life of Dayne Brajkovich, a man whose story reads like a gripping novel of crime and controversy. Renowned throughout Australia for his extensive body art, Dayne Brajkovich has secured the title of the nation's most tattooed biker. His body serves as a living canvas, depicting the tale of his life's journey, passions, and affiliations with motorcycle clubs. His collection of tattoos became so notorious that it thrust him into the forefront of the Western Australian government's crackdown on biker clubs. Law enforcement officials specifically identified Dane as they advocated for controversial legislation to ban the public display of biker-related symbols. Brajkovich's journey into the world of crime began as a boxer, where he gained notoriety for his match against Nick Cara, resulting in a second-round knockout. However, his life took a dark turn when he faced drug charges, leading to a 2-year imprisonment for selling ecstasy at a prison in 2009. Despite facing challenges, including a gunshot incident that left him with a lodged bullet in his left leg, Brajkovich remained silent and refused to cooperate with police investigations. Acknowledging his use of steroids during his youth, Brajkovich transformed into a heavily tattooed and muscular enforcer. In 2020, he faced an $800 fine for a violent public altercation with the late Rebels gang boss Nick Martin, just 2 weeks before Martin's fatal shooting. CCTV footage captured Brajkovich repeatedly punching Martin, leading to widespread attention. In March 2021, former friend and Rebels biker Jason Kemp retaliated by firing 6 bullets into Brajkovich's car outside his former residence, where his wife and her 9-year-old daughter were present. Despite facing challenges, Brajkovich garnered attention for successfully challenging anti-insignia laws in Western Australia in 2022. This came after he was expelled from the Hells Angels Biker Club following a violent clash with its senior members. Dane once more captured media attention in March 2023 when the Perth Mint's inadequate financial oversight was revealed. Using a debit card, he acquired $27,000 worth of gold in June 2022, prompting heightened scrutiny of the Mint's financial protocols. Consequently, he faced a prohibition on future gold purchases from the Mint. Dane made headlines again when he attempted to sell his Hells Angels items on Gumtree, going against the club's rules. His colorful life as a Western Australian biker continues to unfold, with each chapter bringing new twists and turns. Now, Brajkovich, 44 years old, became the target of a brutal stabbing, leaving him with a severe laceration on his neck. The altercation stemmed from a confrontation with other men outside the concert venue, escalating into a violent clash. Witnesses described the scene vividly, noting Brajkovich's distress as he clutched his throat in shock. Emergency responders, including police and paramedics, rushed to the scene on Lovekin Drive. Brajkovich was swiftly taken to Royal Perth Hospital for emergency surgery. The severity of the situation attracted the attention of gang crime detectives, Perth detectives, and state security officers, who remained at the scene late into the night. The incident was so intense that a police helicopter circled above Kings Park, underscoring the seriousness of the situation. Eyewitnesses leaving the concert recounted a chaotic scene involving at least 6 individuals engaged in a brawl. Bystanders rushed to aid Brajkovich, who displayed a serious laceration on the left side of his neck. During the struggle, Brajkovich also suffered an injury to one of his fingers while attempting to defend himself. His wife, Jacinta Hill, witnessed the horrifying events unfold. Later, witnesses confirmed that Brajkovich's throat wasn't just stabbed, it was slit from behind, adding a disturbing layer to the already brutal narrative. In a recent press conference, Detective Senior Sergeant Anthony Thompson from the Gang Crime Squad shed light on this concerning incident that took place. He indicated that the event was likely a targeted attack, possibly driven by retaliation. The incident involved individuals associated with the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club and a former member. Detective Thompson stressed that such violent acts won't be tolerated and will face serious consequences. He also warned outlaw motorcycle clubs against perpetrating violence, stating that law enforcement would take lawful measures to protect the public. But this shocking incident has left many questions unanswered. Why was Brajkovich targeted in such a violent manner? Was this attack really a result of internal conflicts within the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, as suggested by gang crime detectives? What repercussions will this incident have on Brajkovich's reputation and his connections within the criminal underworld? Moreover, what steps will law enforcement take to ensure the safety of the public, particularly during large events like concerts? Will there be increased security measures put in place to prevent similar incidents in the future? The attack on Brajkovich, once a menacing and notorious figure within the biker community, highlighted the dangers inherent in such a lifestyle. Despite his notorious past, Brajkovich's vulnerability in the face of such a brutal assault humanized him in the eyes of many, sparking debates about justice, retribution, and the cycle of violence within the criminal underworld. The police and detectives appeal to the public for any photographic or video evidence of the incident or those involved, or they are even looking for someone who might have seen what happened to come forward. Witnesses reported seeing a group of around 6 individuals fleeing the scene on motorcycles, leaving behind chaos and fear in Kings Park. The police believe that if it wasn't for a quick-thinking doctor, things could have ended tragically. But they haven't confirmed if it was an attempt to kill anyone and didn't give details about the weapon used, except that it was a small, sharp one. The day after the attack, pictures of Dayne Brajkovich surfaced. He was seen leaving the hospital with his wife, visibly bandaged but recovering. When asked about what happened, Brajkovich didn't give much away, just saying, "I asked for it, and I got it." That's the game. He seemed surprised by the attack and said he thought he'd been stabbed in a more serious place, but it turned out to be less severe. He mentioned nothing more about the incident. Following this event, the Western Australian police took immediate action. They carried out searches across various properties in the Perth metropolitan region overnight. They had help from various police units, including the Gang Crime Squad, the Rapid Apprehension Squad, the Drug Firearm Squad, the Regional Operations Group, and the Tactical Response Group. These searches led to the seizure of 3 motorcycles and the arrest of 5 people. One person was charged with drug and firearm-related offenses. One significant arrest happened in the suburb at around 5:20 p.m. on December 9th, when officers went to a house and arrested a 46-year-old man who was associated with the Hells Angels. During the search, they found a loaded gun hidden in a couch, along with bullets. They also discovered drugs like cocaine, methamphetamine, steroids, and prescription drugs. The arrested individuals appeared in court, facing charges related to their involvement in these illegal activities. The attack on Dayne Brajkovich serves as a stark reminder of the dangers inherent in the world of outlaw motorcycle gangs, where loyalty is prized above all else, and betrayal can have deadly consequences. With arrests made and evidence seized, law enforcement is taking proactive measures to dismantle criminal activities and prevent further harm to the community.